Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, DPP to rule whether St. Elizabeth cop be charged for rape. The Director of Public Prosecutions is expected to hand down a ruling on whether charges be laid against a St. Elizabeth-based police constable accused of raping a female at the police station. The news was informed that the alleged incident occurred sometime last week and the file has since been sent to the DPP. It was reported that the woman visited the police station and was lured to the barracks where she was allegedly sexually assaulted by the police constable. The incident was reported to the police and an investigation launched. Motorist killed gangland style in front of MoBay police facility. A motorist was shot and killed gangland style in front of the police's control center, formerly the Church Street police station in downtown Montego Bay, St. James, early Monday night by gunmen who reportedly chased his vehicle through traffic, firing a barrage of shots. Police personnel at the control center were reportedly forced to flee in panic as bullets struck the outside of the building, which serves as the police's main communication center for the parish. It is believed that the deceased motorist was trying to elude his attackers by driving into the police facility, but unfortunately, he did not make it. After the incident, a relative of the deceased motorist identified him as 31-year-old Devon Cooper of a Dumfries address, also in St. James. However, the relative was not able to provide much details about him and why he was on King Street, which is a volatile section of the western city. When the news contacted the Montego Bay Police Station in Freeport, the headquarters of the St. James Police, immediately after the shooting, a lawman confirmed the incident but said he was not authorized to speak to the media. I can confirm that a motorist was shot and killed near the control center on Church Street and that a bullet struck the building. I can't say if it was stray bullets or if it was something deliberate, the policeman said. The news later learned that the police personnel from the Montego Bay Police Station who were responding to a call for support from their Church Street colleagues crashed en route to the location, resulting in 2 lawmen suffering injuries. When the news contacted Superintendent Aaron Samuels, the police commander for St. James, shortly after midday yesterday, he indicated that he was in a meeting. A return call from the superintendent was missed, and the subsequent attempts to contact him were unsuccessful. It is believed that Cooper was shot in the vicinity of the police facility, at which point the vehicle came to a halt. Police personnel who responded to the shooting reportedly rushed the injured motorist to a medical facility where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Based on the latest serious crimes report issued by the Jamaica Constabulary Force for the period January 1 to October 12, the St. James Police Division leads the nation's murder tally with 109 persons killed since the start of the year. While this year's murder toll for the parish is significantly lower than the 155 recorded over the comparative period last year, the brazen nature of the recent killings remains worrisome for residents. The gunman them no business, them fire shot anywhere them feel like. Last week, them kill a security guard up a clock in broad daylight. A few weeks ago, them kill a man almost on the step of the Barnett Street police station. And tonight, them take in at the Church Street police station. We cannot live like this. Something drastic needs to be done. An elderly woman who witnessed the incident said while telling the news she could not run because of her bad knees. Indecom appeals for witnesses in recent police shootings. The Independent Commission of Investigations is appealing for witnesses in 2 recent police shooting incidents to assist its investigations. The incidents are the fatal shooting of Deidre Vidal on October 12 in Montpelier, Hanover, and the wounding of a man on October 15 in the vicinity of Nelson Mandela Park in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. Indecom says both individuals have received significant media attention, including conflicting reports of the actions taken by all concerned. The Commission says independent witness information is important in the investigative process and it is seeking the public's assistance for the provision of any photos, videos, or information available in incidents involving members of the security forces. It says that this information should be shared via WhatsApp at 876-553-0000 or contact may be made with the Office of the Commission at 876-968-1932 or 876-968-8875. Indecom further appeals specifically for the original creator or creators of any video recordings of either incident to make contact. It adds that witnesses to the incident may visit the nearest Indecom office to provide known information which will be useful to the investigation. The Commission has sought to assure family members and the general public that a thorough investigation is being conducted and all reasonable and necessary investigative lines of inquiry are being explored. Former St. James's Most Wanted gets a November court date. Joseph J. Mackenzie, the St. James man who was recently arrested and charged for 2 murders committed a year apart in April 2023 and April 2024, was remanded in custody when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court yesterday. Mackenzie, who was St. James's Most Wanted at the time of his arrest, is charged with the April 6, 2023 murder of 21-year-old laborer Darian Bowman of Rock District in Trelawney and the April 27, 2024 shooting death of 28-year-old shopkeeper Randy McNeil of Providence Heights in Flanker, St. James. When Mackenzie's case was called up before presiding parish judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton, the court was told that one post-mortem report and a ballistic certificate were outstanding from the prosecution's case file, while another post-mortem has been added to the case file. It was not disclosed for which of the murder cases the outstanding documents are. Additionally, it was disclosed that attorney-at-law Chuma Paris was recently approached to represent Mackenzie and that the defendant is booked to appear in the Western Regional Gun Court on November 1. The matter is set for mention on November 25, 2024. You are remanded in custody until November 25 and a fingerprint order is made for you. You will be taken back to court on November 25, Mr. Mackenzie, Fairclough Hilton told the defendant before he was escorted out of the courtroom by police personnel. Mackenzie was charged in September this year with the murders of Bowman and McNeil after he was captured during a police operation along the Harvey Beach in Coral Gardens, St. James. He had been prominently featured on the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Wanted Wednesdays program as a St. James's Most Wanted man prior to his arrest. In addition to the murders of Bowman and McNeil, Mackenzie is charged with using a firearm to commit a felony, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. According to reports concerning Bowman's death on April 6, 2023, motorists traveling along the Flanker Main Road in St. James saw Bowman running and bleeding profusely from multiple gunshot wounds. A Jamaica Defense Force unit took him to the hospital where he died while being treated. Concerning McNeil's death, reports are that on April 27 this year, he was walking along the Flanker roadway when he was pounced upon by a gunman who shot him several times. McNeil was later pronounced dead at hospital. Notably, Deputy Superintendent of Police Linroy Edwards, the operations officer for the St. James Police Division, told the St. James Municipal Corporation's monthly meeting on September 12 that the firearm, which was taken from Mackenzie at the time of his arrest, was linked to at least 4 other violent crimes in the parish. Commissioner floats a lifting ban on beards in the JCF. Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake has hinted at the possibility of a shift in the Jamaica Constabulary Force's grooming policy, with the current prohibition of beards being lifted. In an aside at the end of his recent column in the JCF's weekly force orders, Dr. Blake posed the question to officers, inviting their thoughts on allowing facial hair in uniform. But just before I go, a quick question: what do you think of relaxing the restriction of wearing beard in the uniform? Dr. Blake asked as he attempted to spark a conversation on internal policy that has long dictated the clean-shaven appearance of JCF members. The JCF's grooming standards, enshrined in its personal grooming policy, require male members of the force to maintain a clean-shaven look, with exceptions only for medical reasons. This policy is part of a broader set of guidelines designed to promote a professional image for the force that date back to the early formation of the JCF. However, as public attitudes toward official here evolve, the question of whether this rule remains relevant is gaining traction. Dr. Blake's remarks suggested a willingness to revisit this policy, which has historically been tied to post-colonial perceptions of discipline and uniformity within law enforcement. Although the commissioner's comment was made in a seemingly light-hearted manner, it appeared to signal his willingness to consider the opinions of officers on such internal matters. This potential shift comes at a time when law enforcement agencies worldwide are reconsidering stricter grooming policies, with some forces allowing more flexibility to align with modern trends and cultural shifts. For the JCF, relaxing the beard ban could represent a step in updating its image while maintaining professionalism. For now, it remains to be seen whether beards will soon be seen among Jamaica's men in JCF uniform. Dr. Blake has already signaled his intention to move the JCF into the modern era with the elimination of gender-specific references within its ranks. He argued that the abolishment of titles like Woman Constable in favor of simply Constable was an acknowledgement of the uniformed service and the sacrifice of JCF members. This policy was designed to not only honor the contributions of women in the force, but also underline an environment of inclusivity where the focus is firmly on the professional. The policy aligns the force with the global best practices in law enforcement, where effectiveness is measured not by gender, but by competence and integrity. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.